a very controversial idea about Bigfoots, but just hear me out until the end, okay? I do not personally think Sasquatches are quite as large as people might think. So these reports of like 10 and 12 foot tall Sasquatches, I think there might be something else going on here. But before anyone breaks out the torches and a pitchfork, let me at least explain myself using the data. At the time of filming this, I have parsed 1,361 reports off the BFR website from 25 different states. And if we filter those reports to only look at Class A sightings of Sasquatches, and only reports with both a height and a fear level reported for the witness during the encounter, that leaves us with 452 reports. It's important to also know that I created 5 different fear levels for these witness reports, and those are no fear, mild, moderate, elevated, and extreme. And when looking at these 452 reports as a whole, I found that as fear increases, so did the average estimated height of the Sasquatch. Mild fear from the witness had the lowest overall average with 7.04 feet, and extreme had the highest with 7.60 feet. And while every single fear group had reports of 10 plus foot tall Sasquatches, 77% of the reports were from the elevated and extreme fear groups. Also, the extreme fear group had the lowest variability of all the groups and trended towards these larger heights of Sasquatches. Okay, so what exactly am I getting at? Well, there's been a number of psychological studies that have examined this relationship between fear and size perception. When you're scared, you can perceive the stimulus as larger than it actually is, and in some cases up to 30% larger. And we have our amygdala to thank for this. The amygdala is a structure in your brain that processes emotion, and particularly fear. It then feeds this information back to visual cortices to direct further perceptual processing. All of this to say, I have this working idea that these extremely large Sasquatch heights that are reported from witnesses are more so likely due to this fear-driven magnification rather than Sasquatches actually being 10 and 12 feet tall regularly. But as always, we need more data to look into this, so I will continue my quest with the Sasquatch Data Project, and we'll see if these results change later on down the road.